Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Genoa City woke up buzzing with tension, but by mid-morning the calm had already shattered. At the polished bar inside the Genoa City Athletic Club, Newman wasn't looking for trouble. He was looking for a drink, a moment to breathe, something to quiet the chaos that seemed to follow his family everywhere. Instead, he found Audra Charles glowing like she'd just won the lottery. She was holding a glass of champagne, her smile confident, eyes bright. Well, Noah said, slipping into the seat across from her, someone's celebrating. Audra's lips curved slowly, you could say that. There was something deliberate about the way she held that glass, like she wanted to be seen, like she wanted someone specific to notice. What's the occasion? Noah asked. I'm employed again, she said smoothly. Not just employed, thriving, I'm running a company with my best friend. Noah blinked, that's great. But something felt off, too rehearsed, too triumphant. What company? He pressed. Audra leaned forward slightly, enjoying the reveal. Spectra Charles, it's the new name for Abbott Communications. The smile dropped from Noah's face instantly. Spectra Charles, he repeated. You mean the company Billy stole from Newman Media so Sally could fold it in? Audra's eyes cooled, but she didn't flinch. That's one version. That's the truth, Noah snapped. Newman Media was my family's. Billy ripped it away in some corporate coup, and now you're celebrating like it's some fairy tale comeback. Audra swirled her champagne slowly. Business is war, Noah, you know that. The Newmans don't exactly play clean. That doesn't make it right. And it doesn't make it wrong, she countered smoothly. Noah leaned back, disbelief written across his face. How can you be okay with building your fresh start on something illegally obtained? Before Audra could answer, a familiar voice cut in. Because sometimes, Kyle Abbott said as he approached, the people who get burned deserve it. Noah's jaw tightened. Of course you'd say that. Kyle took the seat beside Audra without asking, an almost territorial move. Let's not pretend Victor and Adam haven't destroyed businesses for sport. The air thickened at the mention of Victor Newman and Adam Newman. They're my family, Noah shot back. And they're ruthless, Kyle replied evenly. They've done worse than this. Audra glanced between them, sensing something almost ironic unfolding. For once, she and Kyle were aligned. For once, they weren't circling each other like predators. You think Victor wouldn't have done the same thing, Kyle continued. You think Adam has. Noah stood abruptly. That doesn't justify theft. It justifies strategy, Audra said quietly. Noah looked at her as if seeing her for the first time. You really believe that? I believe in survival, she replied. He shook his head, disgusted. Congratulations on your new empire. And then he was gone. Audra exhaled slowly. Kyle gave a faint laugh. Did we just agree on something? Audra tilted her head. It feels strange, doesn't it? For once we're not at each other's throats. She clinked her glass lightly against his untouched one. Don't get used to it. But there was something undeniably electric about the moment. Two former adversaries briefly united by a shared resentment of the Newman machine. And somewhere across town, that machine was already cracking. At the sprawling Newman ranch, Victoria Newman stood near the fireplace, her posture rigid. I'm done waiting, she said sharply. Nick Newman watched his sister carefully. He looked pale, tired, his movements slightly stiff as he shifted his weight off his injured leg. You want to use Summer? Nick asked quietly. Victoria didn't hesitate. I want Summer to cut off communication with Phyllis completely, and I want Harrison kept away from her. The name Summer Newman hung heavy between them, so did Phyllis Summers. Nick's expression darkened. You're talking about dragging our daughter into a war. I'm talking about ending it, Victoria fired back. Phyllis thrives on chaos. If she loses the people she loves, if she sees her own children aligning with us, she'll have no leverage left. She's still their mother. She's a threat. Nick exhaled slowly, pain flickering across his face, not just emotional. Victoria's eyes narrowed. How bad is your leg? I'm fine, is it? You don't look fine, you're not yourself. I'm in pain, he admitted, that's it. Are you sure your dosage is right? She pressed. Nick stiffened. Don't. I'm serious, you're edgy, irritable, you're not thinking clearly. And you are, he shot back. You think isolating Summer from her mother won't cause damage? Victoria's voice softened just slightly. If we don't stop this, it could kill Dad. The fear in her eyes wasn't manufactured. Victor's recent stress, the corporate wars, the betrayals had taken a toll. Victoria truly believed the pressure might push him too far. Nick closed his eyes briefly. Give me until tomorrow. Don't get on that flight yet. Let me try to find another way. Victoria hesitated. Just wait, Nick urged. Finally she nodded, tomorrow. But as she walked away, her expression said one thing clearly: she didn't intend to lose. Across town at Crimson Lights, the tension was far less controlled. Chelsea Lawson stormed in like a woman on a mission. Sally Spectra barely looked up from her coffee before Chelsea cornered her. We need to talk. Sally sighed. That never ends well. Chelsea didn't bother sitting. You're keeping Newman Media as part of Spectra, Charles. It's not my call, Sally replied evenly. Billy and the investors make the decisions. Convenient. Sally's eyes flashed. What do you want, Chelsea? I want what was stolen returned. It wasn't yours. It was Adam's. And now it's not, Sally shot back. Chelsea leaned in. The Newmans are coming for Billy. They're furious. You and I need to team up. Sally blinked. You cheated on him. Chelsea's face tightened. And now you're suddenly concerned, Sally continued. Where was this loyalty before? Chelsea's voice shifted, softer, almost pleading. Billy is going to get crushed. Maybe he should have thought about that. Chelsea's eyes hardened. If you don't fix this, terrible things could happen. Sally tilted her head slowly. Is that a threat? It's an observation. Sally let out a short laugh. You're acting just like a Newman. Chelsea flinched. Guess you ended up right where you belong, Sally added coolly. Chelsea stared at her for a long moment before stepping back. This isn't over. No, Sally agreed quietly. It's just getting started. And as Chelsea walked away, her jaw set with determination, Sally realized something chilling. Chelsea wasn't bluffing. By nightfall, Genoa City felt like it was holding its breath. Back at the GCAC, Audra and Kyle were still seated, their unexpected alliance lingering in the air like unfinished business. You enjoyed that, Kyle said, watching her. I enjoyed the honesty, Audra corrected. Since when do you and I see eye to eye? She gave him a sidelong glance. Since we realized the Newmans don't always deserve to win. Kyle leaned back, studying her, careful. That almost sounds like partnership talk. Audra smiled faintly. Don't push it. But the spark was undeniable. Meanwhile, Noah wasn't cooling off. He drove straight to the ranch, determined to confront his father about the mess unfolding around them. But what he found there unsettled him more than Audra's celebration ever could. Nick was packing. Agitated, restless, sweating. Dad, Noah asked. Nick turned sharply. You shouldn't be here. I live here, Noah replied carefully. What's going on? Nothing. Noah's gaze dropped briefly to his father's leg. Are you taking more than you should? Nick's eyes flashed dangerously. Don't start. Noah raised his hands. I'm worried. I don't need you worrying. I need you focused. On what? Protecting this family. The words came out harsher than intended. Noah stepped back slightly. Across town, Chelsea was already making her next move. If Sally wouldn't cooperate, she'd find another way. She pulled out her phone. Adam answered on the second ring. We have a problem, she said quietly. And at Crimson Lights, Sally sat alone long after closing, replaying every word Chelsea had said. Terrible things could happen. It hadn't sounded like empty drama. It had sounded like warning. The alliances were shifting. Old rivalries were reigniting. And in the center of it all, Phyllis remained the unpredictable wildcard, a woman who would not surrender quietly. Victoria stood at the ranch window later that night, staring out into the darkness. If Phyllis refused to back down, she would force her. Even if it meant using Summer. Even if it meant breaking something that couldn't be repaired. Because in Genoa City, power was everything. And mercy. Mercy was a luxury no one could afford. By morning, lines would be drawn more sharply than ever. Sally and Chelsea's feud would intensify. Nick's pain, both physical and emotional, would spiral closer to the edge. Kyle and Audra's fragile alignment would tempt fate. And Victoria's plan would move forward, one calculated step at a time. In this city, loyalty shifted like sand. And no one walked away clean.